My first rave, early to mid 90s. Just got over the jail thing, got off clean, dropped the charges, didn't do fuck all, went to a party, got pigeonholed by two dirty cops and some CI motherfucker and some wannabe gangbanger. I just wanted to make some friends. Y'all heard that story a million times. It is what it is. I moved forward. I was getting into the rave scene. Break beats. Boom, da, boom, boom, da. I was loving it, man. It was cool. The music vibes, you know. The early 90s rave scene was, it was an uncharted territory. The feds didn't know what to make of it. They weren't even aware of it. It was this underground party list where you get a text on your shitty phone and you go to the pay phone and you call somebody's pager and they call you back and they give you directions. And I was always in these weird places. One of them was a gay club at 4 a.m. One of them was a Studio 183, which was the first one. So we all buying the bomb ecstasy back in the day, you know, the fucking triple stack leprechauns, fucking blue Smurfs, fucking strawberries, chocolate chips that had a little heroin in them. You couldn't really move around, you have the energy that you would, but you still, it was a cool vibe. But, the good shit really had you going. Energy off the wall, you could feel the music. So the first rave, we're going with all these raver bitches, the ones who ended up stealing all my turntables. My friends, But we're not going to go there. There's all the old, crazy ass DJs back in the day. R. Fresh, the man, the myth. I remember seeing him again. I was a bouncer at Chili Pepper. It used to be the Edge in Fort Lauderdale. Used to go there tripping balls too. So many stories. I remember that first rave, and I took my first one or two pills of X. It was good shit. I mean, when you take your first pill of good ecstasy back then, it was pure. It was sour tasting. With your water bottle, you'd suck one or two down. And whatever, and then the waiting game began, right? So 25, 35 minutes later, you start feeling a little rumble in your stomach, a little queasy, but not really, and not, and there's people, excitement starts to build, and you're about to walk into the rave, and you're in the line, and you hear the music, and all of a sudden, the ecstasy starts to take hold of your soul, and the music amplifies, right? Boom, 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 da, boom, boom, bah. And you're like, oh, okay, shit, this crazy motherfucking shit right here. And you're walking through the doors, and everyone's all excited and happy, and people are hugging each other and shit. I bumped into one dude. He spilled 4 bottles of water, and I thought I was squaring off like it was a bar, because I was used to that shit. And I'm like, fuck. And I dialed back like I was going to get into a fight. And like, dude, my bad, bro. I'm so sorry. And I'm sitting there going, what? Because I'm the one that hated him. I wasn't looking where I was going. You also, and at the raves, the water bottle back then was a lot of money. It was like $2, $3 for a bottle of water. Nowadays it would be like 10, 15, right? And the dude, no, it's my bad, bro. I'm sorry, bro. He was like, oh, no, that's my fault. Hey, come on over here. Calls his girlfriend and her friends over. What's your name, man? He's like, my name's Jake, bro. He's like, oh, baby. He calls his girlfriend over. Baby, give Jake a massage. I was like, all right, I found my happy place, all right? And then the first DJ hits the fucking decks and fucking in the boom, 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 boom. The bass bins are kicking and the lasers are going in the fog. And then you start feeling your stomach rumble a little more, right? You start feeling a little nauseous. And then it gets to the point the music starts kicking and you're trying to take all this shit in, and all of a sudden you feel like you gotta throw up, right? So you start running to the bathroom, right? Which a lot of people did. When people saw you step to the side, they knew what was about to go down. And you ran to the bathroom, you lift up the seat, and blah, blah, blah. You puke your fucking brains out, man. And as the last blah comes out of you, and you're like, puh, puh, woo, fucking this overwhelming feel of joy and magic takes hold of your soul, man. That's how it used to be. Nowadays, everything's got fentanyl in it. I wouldn't touch anything. But back then, it was pure. It was fire. It was good. So, and then you stumble over to the back, you splash water on your face, and then remember one dude, I didn't even know, fucking hands me like a breath mint or something like that. He just threw up, and I threw water on my face 3 times. I looked up. I had hair back then. I had that bleach blonde hair coming up. And I look up into the mirror. My pupils are fucking dilated to the fucking Neptune level, and all the music just kicks in like 3 times louder than it was, and the bass it flows through you. It was wild, man. And then you're like, you feel like you're on top of the world, like you're invincible. Like you finally found the magical place where you're meant to be, and you're energized, and you're filled with life, and things are gonna be all right. And they were, for the most part. And you turn around and you just have this vibe, man. And everyone's looking at you going, yeah, he's blowing up now. And I open the bathroom door, and the music washes over you with cold air, like a revitalized redemption of your soul. It was really trippy, man. And the music pours in, and all these hot raving chicks are looking at you going, yeah, he's on that now. And they're like checking you out, and you're walking around, you go, yeah, yeah, boom, da, boom, and things are going off, and music is fire, and everyone's getting along and massaging each other and high-fiving. A handful of dealers look serious and gangster. The dude selling the pills to everybody. But for the most part, it was a good scene, man. It was a really great scene. Then you wander over, and they got a side room called the Balloon Room, where they have a secondary DJ, and they have the big nitrous tanks. And when you start blowing up, then you pay $5 for 2 balloons, and the balloon's filled with nitrous. So you're sitting there, and you're like, and that sends your fucking roll into outer fucking space, man. I mean, wah, 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 and for some reason, it always timed with like a drop down of the music, and you could hear the music kinda, but it was like you're like in a third room, and it was muted and muffled because of the effect of the drugs and the wah, 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 and your eyes are in the back of your fucking head at this point, and you just feel right as rain, man. And then then it goes silent for a few seconds, where you can't hear anything, and you hear the slow build back of the music, and everything starts to kick in, and the chemistry is working, and then you're energized, and it's fire and light and hot soul and rock and roll with a breakbeat vibe, and you just feel great. You feel fantastic. And then the music drops, and the bass level, boom, and it builds up, and it builds up, and it builds up, and you just, bam. It was a place to be. Raves of the 90s were the magical scene. And then the cops got hold, and they tried to, it was the new evil of the day, and they would raid parties and send in undercovers to try to, I remember I was rolling at at the Edge or Chili Pepper when it transitioned. And I remember sitting on a wall, some dude that sold me a pill, but it was kind of bunk, and I was just and then some like obvious straight edge dude was like walking up, hey man, you can buy some pills? And he said, "I have some pills." So like, nah, bro, I don't know what you're talking about. And I was half drunk, waiting for the thing to blow up, and I had a decent time, but. Back in the day, those early handful of raves, there was a few. They were magical, and that's what set fire to my addiction to the breakbeats. And then I bought turntables, working my shit job, going to school, selling shit to buy my Techniques 1200s, and then those people stole them from me and killed my soul. And then I finally got new ones 20-something years later, and that's you know the rest of the story. But yeah, no, those were good days. Those initial raves, they were magical, man. And I went to many. You know, it's not like it was like it started, then it was like, bunk. We had a good year and a half run where the Rays were the bomb, the fire. You know, each one got better and better. Laser lights and great sound systems and everybody doing their thing before it got commercialized. Before, and then it was all underground type vibe. But that's what I remember when I listened to Breaks. I haven't grabbed Breaks in a while. I've been, I got jaded about it. But ultimately, it was a magical time at a particular point in history. You're never gonna repeat it. I wouldn't touch a single drug from anybody anywhere on any level ever again. But that time, on those pills, with those DJs and those people, for better or worse, good and bad, was a magical time in life. And if you weren't there, you don't know. You never will. It was magic. It was true. It was pure. It was about the music and the vibe. And zero regrets on that shit. Yeah. Deep into the vibe.